Okay, y'all, so clearly the hot topic of today is, and really last night, Will Smith done slapped the mess out of Chris Rock on national live television last night at the Oscars. I really don't even like having conversations about what's going on in the media because I could care less. But it's really, in this situation, the reason why I feel like I want to talk about it is more so of a teachable moment for everybody. Okay? So let's just get right into it. We got people on Will's side. We got people on Chris Rock's side. Let me just dive right into this part of the conversation right now. First of all, anytime a situation happens, and this is just in life in general, once again, in every situation, people always feel like they gotta pick sides. It ain't even about picking sides. It's really about being able to decipher and recognize the right and wrong on both sides in every situation. Think about you and your situations. When you react to certain situations or whatever the case may be, isn't there always something you could have done differently in that situation? So let me just talk about the right and wrongs of both sides of this situation. Let's just dig right on into it. When I first saw the incident, first of all, my first mind was, this is just pretty fake. You know what I'm saying? From a certain angle, you can't, it seemed like a movie type of slap. You know how they rehearse their little fighting scenes in the movies and stuff? Like, that's what it seemed like to me at first. Because first of all, I questioned everything that I see in the media. There could be some truth to this and there could be some foolishness to this. It's always gonna be some foolishness to anything you see in the media, okay? Then as I kept watching, I'm like, okay, maybe this is real or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna speak on it as if it is real, whatever the case may be. Chris Rock, you know, he's the comedian, whatever the case may be. He on stage, he doing his thing, hosting the doggone Oscars. Mind you, this wasn't even scripted, so I feel like he could have avoided this whole situation, because first of all, that wasn't even a part of the script. He just so happened to glance, see Jada, and then blow out whatever he blowed out about her, whatever the case may be, right? They panned to Will and Jada when he made that comment. Will first laughed about the doggone thing, and then, but you can clearly see Jada is like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, she is not here for that joke at all. So then they cut back to Chris Rock. You see Will Smith approaching him on the stage. Pow, he got slapped, and then Will Smith politely came back to his seat, said what he said, keep on that wife name out your mouth, whatever the case may be. First thing I thought was, I'm here for it. Because at the end of the day, these people are human beings. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with media and everything else, like, we tend to glorify these celebrities and whatever the case may be, and idolize, and whatever the case may be, just make them seem like they are just not even a human being like we are. At the end of the day, these people are human beings. They have real life things that they deal with. They are emotional beings just like the rest of us. So when happens. He felt like his wife was slighted and disrespected on national live TV right when he's sitting right there in front of his face. You know what I'm saying? Of course, handle your business however you feel like you need to handle your business. Could he have handled the situation differently? Yes. You think about you in your everyday life, in your situations. If something happened to you or your family members or whoever the case may be, if you feel slighted or disrespected, you're going to handle that however you feel like you're going to handle that. And in every situation, you're going to be right and wrong. You ain't going to be right every time. You ain't going to be wrong every time or 100% of the time in a situation. It's always right and wrong. Could he have saved that slap for off camera? Maybe. Could he have composed himself and just not did anything? Maybe. But once again, he was right and wrong in that situation. But he felt the need to do that because he felt like his wife, and probably him as well, was disrespected right in front of his face on national TV. Now, let's go over to Chris Rock's side. He was right and wrong. He could have avoided this whole thing if he would have just kept his mouth shut. Like I said, that wasn't even part of the script, part of the night. He just so happened to see her, fire that off real quick and thought it was cute. Everybody laughed, whatever case may be. Oh, okay. And then got slapped. He kept himself composed. You know what I'm saying? Because that situation could have escalated on national TV. But I give him his props for composing himself after that whole thing went down. Y'all don't have to pick sides. It's okay. Like, don't be a sheep. It's okay to be in the middle ground and let muckers know you right for this and you wrong for this. You right for this and you wrong for this. And also do that with yourself in your situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm right for this, but at the same time, I'm wrong for this. You don't have to be a sheep. And then people first mind, well, some people's first mind was, you know, oh, we already can barely get invited to the Oscars and all this blah 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 blah, and we're gonna pull something like this on another blah, 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 blah. My whole thing with that is, we gotta get out the mindset that you need to be invited or you need permission to sit at the table with another motherfucker. Create your own table. Until we get out that enslaved mindset, I'm talking to everybody right now. Every men, women, every nationality, I don't give up. You don't need to always have permission to sit at somebody's motherfucking table. Because at the end of the motherfucking day, if you gotta feel like you gotta prove yourself to sit at a table with a motherfucker, then you belittling yourself. Create your own table. You don't need permission to eat. Talking about, oh, the Oscars, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Who cares? At the end of the day, yes, that is a great accomplishment for the actors and actresses and blah-de-da-de-da. Yes. To some people, that's still one of the greatest accomplishments you can get as an actress or an actor. To some people, don't feel like you gotta belittle yourself or move within these certain guidelines and restrictions and whatever the case may be and constraints to sit at the table. You don't have to do that. So once again, everybody was right and wrong in this situation, if you ask me. What Real did was granted and also wrong. What Chris did was granted, but also wrong. Yes, he's a comedian. That's what they do. But also, you don't always have to roast somebody in order to be funny. I mean, there's consequences to every action. Every single action, whether that action is good, whether that action is bad. There's going to be good and bad consequences that come right along with whatever you do. So, on both ends, there's going to be good and bad consequences to what happened. It just is what it is. Don't be a sheep. Just take accountability. Be accountable for your actions. It's just that simple. If you make a decision, stand on it, but then also be humble enough and be self-aware and conscious enough to understand when you can be wrong and when you are wrong. Will protected his wife in the way that he felt like he needed to. Chris Rock said whatever he felt like he wanted to say. It is what it is. It just depends on how you look at it, but you ain't gotta choose between the two. Everybody wanna be so divisive nowadays. Media in general has us so divisive. Everything ain't just black and white. They're always gray area. You know what I'm saying? So just be able to depict, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go with the masses every time. And then too, humans, you ain't perfect. So how, that's what I don't understand. Let me come up here. That's what I don't understand. How can you have any room or the audacity to speak on somebody else in their downfalls or whatever the case may be, when it's like, why don't you turn the mirror on your own self and put yourself in his shoes? Or turn the mirror on your own self and any other situation that you've had to where you acted out and probably could have did something differently. You know what I'm saying? It's really just about how you look at it. Perspective is everything. And also be your own. Have your own identity. Stop following the masses. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always got to pick side in everything that comes up. Will Smith need to be canceled. For what? Being a human being. Someone who makes mistakes just like you. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you need to be canceled. Counsel yourself after every mistake you make. He a human. He made a mistake. Y'all really just act like y'all so goody anytime something come up in the media just so you can deflect, you know what I'm saying, from what you got going on. Look at yourself in the mirror. Then everybody want to bring up the whole August Alsina thing. That was something that was willingly done, and also that Will had already known about. They just never talked about it publicly. You know what I'm saying? But when they talked about it publicly, everybody just went in this uproar. But Will had already known about that. They was open and honest about everything in their relationship. And they clearly did say that they were separated when this thing happened. They thought they was at their breaking point. Oh, he ain't do that to August. Oh, da. First of all, August ain't disrespect this man's wife on national live TV while Will was sitting there. There's a difference. So there's no way that you can parallel those two. Jada had already spoke on publicly about her issues and her struggles with hair loss and alopecia and all of that. So you don't know what this man has endured or seen with his own eyes and experienced with his wife in his house, dealing and struggling with whatever she's struggling with. I can't, baby, you see all of this? If I was dealing with something like that, that wouldn't be funny to me, because I loves what I got going on. I'm highly blessed. If anything was to ever, it's gonna have to get handled. He just wanted to get his point across. You gonna get slapped. I'm finna slap you for this coming out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the receiving end, I don't like nobody walking up on me. And so when he saw Will approaching, you should have already kind of, you know what I'm saying, been on defense. Because you don't know what could have happened. Yeah, you at the Oscars, it's all cute and dandy. But still, you just fired out your mouth on this man's wife, and this man is approaching you. So you might need to, you know what I'm saying, step back and also kind of get yourself in a stance or something. But kudos to him for keeping his composure. That was very professional. You know how much self-discipline you have to have? I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Get in the comments and get in the conversation. And also share with your friends. Don't say anything. If you got something negative to say, keep it to yourself. Please. Please. But if you want to get in the conversation and add value to the teachable moment and all of that kind of stuff, cool beans. I welcome it wholeheartedly. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time.